Hey friends, so today I'm going to show you 12 ways to use a notebook. If you're like me, you've bought yourself quite a few notebooks and you don't know really what to do with them, so I came up with some ideas that I've been using throughout the years and I thought I'd share with you. So my first favorite one is a quotes notebook. This one's really cute. It's a Care Bears notebook that I didn't know what to do with and I really like it, so I didn't want to give it away, but I needed to use it for something, so I decided to make it a quotes notebook. And basically, whenever I read a book that I like and there's something in there that I found interesting, or some quotes to draw for future illustrations, yeah, I put them all in here, and it's kind of nice to keep all your thoughts for like a book review, and just like lots of different quotes, and that's it. Then I created this one, which is a good deeds notebook. So I decided to make a list of 50 nice things to do, and it's basically just like a really long list that has like very small things like paying for a friend's lunch to something a little bit bigger like baking cookies and giving them away, or volunteering to clean a park or something like that. And the notebook is empty right now because I actually forgot to fill it in, but each page has a number corresponding to the deed, and I'm planning on filling this in with some like scrapbooking kind of things. And then this is my new journal. So this is for daily journaling. I haven't written in it yet because I just started it. Well, I just finished my last one yesterday, so I'm actually starting this one tonight. So I do morning pages, which is basically 3 pages of writing every day, kind of like a stream of consciousness kind of thing, except that I actually do it in the evening because in the mornings I'm a little too groggy to start writing, so I call them my evening pages. Another really good way to use a notebook, for example, like this one, I wasn't a big fan of the paper quality and I didn't like the lines. I don't know, there was just something about this notebook that I didn't really like. So I decided, instead of just throwing it out or, I don't know, using it for scratch paper, I made it into a sticker book. So this is basically just took a bunch of stickers and then used some glue stick and then just glued them down. Some pages were a little too big, so I had to cut them down, and some things I just glued on in little packages because it's just easier to keep them all together, and some I just cut out completely to like fit into the page. So yeah, that's one. Another really good way is for study notes. So if you're taking a class or preparing for some interview, this is a really good way to keep all your notes together. I really like, for example, like maybe like some quick doodling of stuff, and yeah, just kind of keeping things together. And it's just like really good to like write down like all sorts of questions that you might come across, and like interview questions or study questions or whatever. Yeah, I find this kind of like a really good way. Yeah, this was like a bad this is like what not to do in JavaScript. Anyway, yeah, this was like a really good way to just keep it all together in one place. One of my most used notebooks is actually my Craftic like bullet journal, I guess. So this is from Muji. I love this because it's like clear cover and it comes with this white page, so you can like stick something on there. So I did this like quick doodle of Craftic, which is not the real logo, but I just really like the way it came out. And then I use this pretty much for like a checklist when I was going to launch the site last November, and some doodles. You might have seen this on my Pinterest or my Instagram. And I took some like e-courses and I just write down all the quick notes from those in here. I like to keep all those notes together so that they're all like business related stuff. And these are actually collections, but they're actually like to-dos within a certain like page type, like for your user profile, for your project page. Like you'll see stuff like this on the actual Craftic website. And then I took like a master class, wrote some more lists. So the thing that I use almost about like every week or every 2 weeks is my social media tracker, which I find really useful, and I just basically write down the date, which is actually on both sides. When I redo this, I'll just use the one date instead of doubling down. So I have Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook page, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook group, and then YouTube. Yeah, YouTube isn't like my most popular thing yet, but it's also like my most brand new social media platform. So yeah, these are I guess my numbers for the last year, and that's it. So another really good notebook I like having, this is like my go-to, like sort of like a brainstorming notebook where I basically come up with just lots of ideas. Like I'll just like jot down like ideas for like sketch projects sometimes, and like sometimes it'll be like random talks that I go to for like tech stuff. And then I'll just like here I was like brainstorming projects for pendants that I wanted to make. It's just kind of fun just to like write down sorts of like prototypes for the Craftic website. This was I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I was trying to come up with ways to like set up the homepage, some conference chat, like some like notes. But yeah, I just really like using this for apparently doodling, but also for I'm trying to find something in particular, which is, and this is kind of, oh, this is funny, this is kind of like a habit tracker before I even knew about bullet journaling properly. And then more doodles. But anyway, I was trying to find, oh, here we go. So this is when I was designing my portfolio website, and I created this kind of like, sort of like a prototype. So I was trying to come up with, this is what the page layout would look like, this is what kind of like information would be on there, and then this is like the contact page, about page, and it's just really good to just like draw it out. This was kind of like a preliminary sketch that I was thinking of for using on my about page, and it was just good to like put it all in here and just like quickly brainstorm. Anyway, that was that. This is actually one of my favorite ones to use. I can't show you too much because this actually includes a lot of like future projects for crafting, but it's a happy planner, so it means it's disc bound, which means that what you can do is that you can like take pages out like this, and then you can like stick them back in. So it's kind of cool. Like basically what you can do is that you can like if you didn't want to keep this section here anymore, you can like take this out and then move it around to another part of the notebook. I find this really useful for creating like collections. So this is kind of like my crafty collections notebook where I keep all my specifically crafting stuff, like project ideas, and then this is like, well, this is like personal goals, so these are like projects, but like more like personal projects, and just like random stuff in here. This is like my miscellaneous section for doing this thing where I'm like visiting all the libraries in the New York City area. Yeah, so it's kind of cool because like I love like how you can just like move these around and add new stuff in the middle if you like run out of space. I highly recommend a disc bound collections journal. It's like just the easiest thing to keep up. So the one that I use a lot is my bullet journal. So the bullet journal is basically, oh look, my Tombow sticker. So it's a dot grid notebook, and it's from Scribbles That Matters. It's a really great notebook. The paper quality is amazing. It handles drawing really, really well. Like you can't see any ghosting. Like it's like very slight. But yeah, bullet journal. I mean, I'll be making a video about this more specifically and like how to get started on the bullet journal, so I don't want to go into it right now. Another really awesome thing that I love carrying around is like this little notebook. So I use it for lettering practice, and this is the nice version. But the previous version was this one, and before that was this one, which is what nobody sees on Instagram. So yeah, don't believe everything you see online. Like for example, like this came out really well, like I really love this, but before that I had this, which was kind of just practice of like how to write that alphabet, and this was like my first version, which was completely off center. Anyway, the point is that this kind of notebook fits really like anywhere really. Like you can throw this in, oh, some sketches. So I use this really for sketching and doodling on the go, like lettering practice. It's just really great for that, and it's like 3 by 5, and this 3 by 5 inches, and this will cost you like, maybe, I think I got this at TJ Maxx. It was like 3 for $3, so super cheap. It's like you don't care too much about it, so like you'll feel less like intimidated to doodle in it. So it makes it a great carry-on, and I love bringing this when when traveling, because it's great for like just writing things quickly. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the thing that I wrote while I was in Canada. Oh, there we go. So yeah, this is when I was on the airplane. So the last one is a workout journal. So this is really great for just writing down all the details of your workouts. I have like a tracker on my bullet journal where it just says whether or not I worked out a certain day, so that's in my habit tracker. But I like this because it gives you a lot more details of like what you've actually done and how much of this. This is an older workout journal, so that's why it goes until July 29th, and this is definitely before that date right now. But yeah, and then you can, if you'd like, you know, you can enter like all your food intake and stuff like that, but I use my Fitbit app for that, so I try not to do that in analog, but I do like writing it down here. And that's it. That's the entire 12 ways to use a notebook. So I hope you enjoyed that, and please subscribe for future ideas of like how to use up your craft supplies and just like using up things that you have around the house to make yourself a little bit more productive and creative. All right, see you later.